Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Farusha from Education 110, and I am here to talk to you about the ins and outs of note-taking. So some of you may be thinking, why do I need to learn about note-taking? Note-taking is common sense, but it's not. Note-taking is a skill, and I am here to teach you helpful hints and suggestions to improve your note-taking skills. But first, let's consider why note-taking is an important skill to have. In an excerpt from her novel, Dr. Stephanie Burns touches on the importance of notes and note-taking. Dr. Burns writes, "When you first learn new information, it sits very precariously in your mind unless it has been given to you in a highly memorable way. You need some sort of means to transfer your new facts and information from short-term memory to long-term memory. This is where notes come into play. Notes are the means for stimulating or refreshing your memory of information you want to remember." There are many benefits to taking notes. Note-taking forces you to listen carefully while enhancing your understanding of the material being presented. When reviewing, notes can provide a gauge to what is important in the textbook. Personal and especially handwritten notes are typically easier to remember than information presented in the textbook. The actual act of note-taking increases your memory of information prior to even studying the information formally. Your notes are one of the best study tools you can have. If you're like me, you're thinking, wow, all of those reasons to take notes sound really beneficial. How do I go about taking notes efficiently? So let's get down to it. First, you need to identify what's important. Be alert and attentive to the main points. Concentrate on the meat of the subject. When note-taking during a lecture, look for clues to what is important. These include material written on the board, repetition of ideas and concepts, emphasis, which can be judged by tone of voice, gestures, or the amount of time spent on points and examples. Clues could also be word signals, summaries given at the end of class, and reviews at the beginning of class. An important suggestion for efficient note-taking is to make your notes brief. Omit descriptions and full explanations. Keep your notes short and to the point. Condense your material in order to grasp it rapidly. My rule is, never use a phrase where you can use a sentence, and never use a sentence where you can use a word. Whenever possible, use abbreviations and symbols, but remember, it is key to be consistent. Take accurate notes and paraphrase. Unless writing down formulas, direct quotes, or specific facts, it is always best to put your notes in your own words. In fact, writing notes in your own words helps you remember them even better. Be it Cornell notes, a formal outline, or highlighted text, create a system to help you distinguish major from minor points. And don't forget to date and title your notes. This will help you get organized. Don't keep notes on scraps of paper. Keep notes in order, preferably by date or chapter, and in one place. You don't have to spend a lot of money to be organized. In fact, I like to use clear tape and small rectangles of colored paper to create personalized tabs for my notes. It helps me quickly and easily identify the chapter or theme of my notes without spending extra money at an office supply store. Don't try to use every space on the page. Leave room for coordinating your notes with the text. You may also want to include a written summary of your notes later in time. And finally, remember to review your notes regularly. Shortly after making your notes, go back and edit by expanding on points and concluding unfinished thoughts. Reviewing your notes is the best study tool there is. Well, thank you for taking time to learn about note-taking. The secret to developing this skill is practice. Check your results and strive to improve. If it seems like a lot to remember, you can always take notes.